Okay, so finally doing the most unknown video here because nobody on here has how to wire up an MSD DIS 4 or DIS 2 ignition box. I don't even see anything really on 6ALs and the older stuff. So right here we got the MSD DIS 4 Plus, and we are going to be doing a video on it. We did ours a little bit different. We did cut off the bypass plug, which basically we don't have the extension for it. You don't need it, no big worries, and yeah, we'll go from there. So the two-step wires is the brown, pink,
blue,
and blue.
Yep. This group right here, your brown and oranges get hooked together. Brown with the orange tracer, those two go together, and then you have a brown white and a brown green. That goes to your coil. Coil 1 is a brown white, coil 2 is the brown green. And then the only three other 4 wires you need to worry about, the 2 reds go together. And then the green is for trigger 2. And the white one is for trigger 1 in the coil harness. And that's it.
Diagram right there. Pause it if you need to. And this is all for a 4-cylinder. It may be different for the V8, so I've got a theory that maybe they split off because they got 8 cylinders.
Right here's your other ones.
So the MSD DIS 4 is also for the 4 cylinders. This V6, 6 cylinders in general, and V8s. That's why they say use the MSD DIS 2 because it's a lot simpler. But the MSD DIS 4 is more universal, and it can be used on multiple cars. So you could theoretically take this off and throw it on a fucking Jeep. You could take it off and throw it on a fucking Dodge Charger if you wanted to, and work for all 3, versus MSD DIS 2 would not. So we just got the back end wired up. Now obviously you don't have to wire it up back here. This is going to be the hardest wiring job, but I think it's the coolest. For the smaller wires up front, you're going to need definitely red butts. For the power supply and ground side for the battery, I say the blue butts, but some people might try to use the red, but definitely use the blue. But have your wire strippers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it looks cool as shit back here, personally. Okay, so when you're doing these wires, now this is, like I said, this is a 428 Eclipse, which other Mitsubishi Eclipses, Dodge Neon's definitely the same. What you're going to do is you're going to have 6 wires coming out. One is going to go to the coil pack side, and the other is going to go to the ECM side. So you see how there's 3 here and 3 here. So you're going to wire it up. It's going to depend on your motor and stuff for the whatnot. But one is going to be the voltage. That would have went to the voltage on this side. As you see, there's another wire there hooking that up. And then there's going to be bank 1 and bank 2. This is ECM side. Bank 1, or this is actually bank 2. Right here, but bank 1 right there on the trigger side. So there's coil pack, there's the wires. Now, like I said, V8s is a little bit different. Now the MSD DIS 4 is for that. Basically, like I said, that's why they recommend the MSD DIS 2 for the 4 cylinders, because it is simpler. But it's the same kind of concept, I guess, for the most part, except you guys are going to have a little bit more wires. To my knowledge, I might be wrong on that. But we got the MSD power supply right there, and we've got this guy right here is the MSD ground side that powers the device. So one of the problems we had nothing to do with the device. You're going to have to tune these, and one of the things you're going to have to do is that first one that you're probably not going to know what it is, but it says WS off, WS on, and all that. Make sure you have the plus 4,000, or you're only going to be able to limit. At least in my motor, for some reason, it only stopped at barely 5 grand. So make sure you put plus 4K before doing anything. and then you mess with your rev limiter and whatnot. And if you got two-step, you know, you got it hooked up, obviously you're going to have to adjust that, which is cool. And then you can advance your timing, ignition time, to get more power. So that's the last thing. That sums up this whole device. I will also leave the link to MSD's technical support team. So we just got everything hooked up. And you're going to have to get the PN8922 because the other one is pretty much out of stock, because this one goes on multiple systems and it's actually better than, I think, the 8912. So what we did is the white wire went to, I believe, channel 1. We hooked it up to the white wire to this. Channel 2, ignition coil 2, went to green. And this is for 4-cylinder motors once again. And then the power wire, the red one, goes on this side of the power wire. Do not put it on this one. That's what the MSD tech told me. And yeah, everything's hooked up. So we're gonna see what happens. All right. And that's how it sounds, and it is a lot more beastier.
Ooh, that is